advantage of coverage of sports events is they are ritualistic. The group gathered there is participating in a ritual.
Sports as a ritual.
In a ball game or a single ball game, a single event, because they had a corporate meaning. It was not just a local. It was
corporate meaning. This ritual Super Bowl.
Participation in a large process. Television fosters and favors a world of corporate participation in ritualistic programming.
Yo, what up? It's Donut, and you tuning in to all your Illuminati news. We gonna get into the big game, the super ritual about to go down. How's everybody doing? We're gonna play that Marshall McLuhan right in the beginning. Just finished reading his book. Now put a 1 in the comment if you could hear me okay, and we will continue the video. Unlocking the secrets. It's called The Big Game. I always thought it was called the Superb Owl, but the Super Bowl this year, which is coming up on Sunday, make sure to go subscribe to the members section down below. We're going to be watching it live, partaking in the Global Village digital electronic ritual, and breaking down what's happening in the right brain of these fertility rites to Ishtar. As I've been predicting in all of my videos this whole year, over the last month or even longer, that it's going to be about the robots and doing it with the robots. This is one of the first Super Bowl commercial that's out there showcasing the robots, and we'll get into the symbolism in this. It's his third arm. Everyone knows what his third arm is. Everything gets into that sexual symbolism, but also the Illuminati symbolism. It starts off with the all-seeing eye, shows the eyeball for the AI. It's AI, just like Lady Gaga was AI, which is 19. AI is 19. But reading the Marshall McLuhan book, which I'm going to be doing a breakdown of it during the Super Bowl live, we are an extension of the book is an extension of our eyes. And he wrote that in this. Look at that Sampaku eye, the crazy eyes. Now, we be diving deep into the symbolism. The reason why you see Russell Brand going viral and everyone with the crazy eyes and the eyes bulging out is because it's activating something, and that's what gets pushed into the collective Global Village digital ritual. But this book I just finished reading, I mean, it was so easy to read, very quick book. The medium is the massage. I'll just read a little thing of what it's all about. This is on the last page. You see, Dad, Professor McLuhan says the environment that man creates becomes his medium for defining his role in it. The invention of type created linear or sequential thought, separating thought from action. Now, with TV and folk singing, thought and action are closer to a social involvement is greater. We again live in a village. Get it? So Western man went from reading books and being rugged individuals into a collective ritualistic framework with the television, putting us through rituals of funerals, ceremonies, just the rituals that people have been doing forever. Now people do it on their TV. The Charlie Kirk event that went down was just a showcase of a mass ritual like during JFK, that everybody's partaking in the electronic village and becoming one in a pluribus fashion. Marshall McLuhan famously conceptualized television as an extension of the human eye in ear, amplifying sensory perceptions to a global scale, where we went from reading the books to the TV. And that is very important for this Super Bowl ritual, which will be a left-right galvanizing paradigm in a sense, as the Super Bowl has been super leftist for a long time, but then you'll have the right side as well, which is also being put on by secret society members like Kid Rock. Kid Rock will be the rival headliner to Bad Bunny's Super Bowl, but Kid Rock is the security guard for the Bohemian Grove Superb Owl. I believe that's why he might have been chosen to partake in the counter protest of revolution. It's order and chaos, mixing both of them together for the Superb Owl Super Bowl. Even CNN reports on the Superb Owl Super Bowl. So it's definitely in the ethos. So let me play a clip of Marshall McLuhan in 1976 talking about how the Super Bowl is a ritual. I thought it was fascinating.
It's not really. That's what I mean when I say it's a cool medium. It's not a hot medium. A hot medium can events. It needs a ritual, a rhythm, and a pattern. And that's why a lot of advertising on TV, you see, is too hot, too special, too fragmentary. Doesn't have that ritualistic flow. But the advertisers are aware of this, and they're doing a lot to correct that.
And so that's why I believe the importance of the corporations and advertisings, like we see with the Dubai chocolate and the green everywhere. This is intentional. I believe it's intentional for some sort of Venus type ritual, as we're seeing the green everywhere. Even Billie Eilish is all in the news now for what she said. And Billie Eilish's hair is green. I don't know exactly what it means, but we do see these symbols like Mountain Dew on the world stage, or the symbol of Ishtar. Ishtar is at all the different Super Bowls, whether that's Janet Jackson or Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar being superly heavily awarded by the Illuminati, becoming the Super Bowl revolutionary type agenda for the masses, bringing in the NWO system. And we've been covering these rights, these fertility rights, for a long time. During the lockdown, we were showing how the Weekend was an all-male fertility right, which birthed no birthing. But in the background, it says, touch yours alone. And it's long enough. So this is what's been going on. Even the Super Bowl this year, if you look here at the big game for the counter protest, it's the Faith, Family, and Freedom, the FFF. Well, that's 666. The FFF is the Fine Finny Fiends. Batman episode FFF, F is the sixth letter, the 666. Fine Finny Fiends was episode 33, where Batman confesses that his grandfather started the Skull and Bones 322. And if you watch the movie Batman, the football stadium collapses after they show Stadium Row 322. It's the Skull and Bones 322. So you'll see this all over the place, all these different symbolism, but it's going to be definitely connected to the robots, especially with Bad Bunny. So this is the first advertisement showing the robots for the big game, and it's an alcohol brand. But they're using Bad Bunny because Bad Bunny in these award shows shows the technologies of the quantum computers and the robot humanoids before that they are released. So they do the ritualistic kiss and whatnot. They're wearing the Knights Templar colors, and even the Teutonic Knight of the Tesla bot with the same color coding. They were showing the twerking Tesla bots during Bad Bunny's performance. Then the next day or so, they released the Tesla bot. No one knew what the Tesla bot was going to really look like, but they showed it before. They showed the new technology before. And that's what they're going to be seducing us with, is these robots and their third arms and their lips. So I was playing Marshall McLuhan because he was saying how the Super Bowl is a ritual. The Olympics is a ritual. And it's intertwined with the advertisements. like the Illuminachos and the Doritos and whatnot. So let's go through this video. You see the shininess of the alcohol commercials is simulating the organs and simulating arousal, simulating the WAP, that Cardi B, who's a socialist, raps about with the Kardashians. They're showing the robots, and let's see what happens with the shiny robots. They show you the alcohol because there's a big push to get people drinking again. People aren't drinking again, and the population is collapsing, so they're pushing the alcohol brand, but that is a psychological operation on top of a psychological operation. But let's see what else happens in this commercial. So the robots drink the spirits and they become very happy. They're very, very happy. They get the disco ball and they start to do their dance. They start to do their dance with the humans. And I think her boobs got bigger. Now let's see if her boobs got bigger. Let's go back a little bit. I'm not sure. What do you think? Do you think that the more she drinks or he drinks, that the boobs are getting bigger, or is she becoming more attractive as the closing hour is about to happen? I mean, let's see what else happens in it. So they got the red, they got the couch. Look, this is kind of weird. Look in the background. You see, what's that stain? A little poop stain. We'll look into the files here in a moment. But they're pouring the red. He drinks the blood. Probably her ovulating kind of period kind of thing. It goes into his throat. Spills all over the place. And then he catches on fire. Shake your bots off. Said eat your butts off. Shake your bots off. It's pretty clever. So, interesting thing. What did you see in that? This Super Bowl is going to be very connected to the 128 computer. The 128 computer 1984 Super Bowl, Apple Macintosh. Apple is who's putting on the Super Bowl ritual. And in this ad that they released during the Super Bowl was the 1984 police state. On January 24th, they released their first Macintosh called the 128 computer. The Macintosh 128. We all know the 128 code is connected to the collapse, maybe of the San Francisco Bridge. It was for this Super Bowl. So there'll be a connection to that. There's 32. Sydney Sweeney got them Sampaku eyes like Billie Eilish. And from Bieber to Sydney Sweeney, celebrities are now selling their underwear. So you can buy Bieber's underwear now. So like Bieber, he goes on stage and you can buy the underwear. The thing about spritz, so this is what Kanye was doing during the Super Bowl. He was sharing out naughty videos because it's charging the energy for Ishtar. It's a fertility rite. Even the Super Bowl players were forming the Ishtar star that we see up here in the corner, or Ishtar riding the lion, and Katy Perry, who goes to Davos with Justin Trudeau because they're dating, riding the lion. It's all the same type of fertility rite symbolism. But during the lockdown where you had to touch yours alone, it was long enough. The weekend, there was no fertility that happened. Elon Musk shared what these robots are going to be made for. They're going to be made for the loneliness epidemic, and people will be engaging with these robots in the year of the horse with the UFOs behind them. Now, I do think the UFOs are still on the agenda because the bunny is connected to the UFO agenda. Today is Facebook's birthday, February 4th. Shout out to Anna Nicole Wordsmith. Happy Facebook anniversary, 2/4/2004. Facebook was founded on the exact day that DARPA shut down its LifeLog project. Pentagon kills LifeLog project the same day that Facebook was started because Zuckerberg didn't create the social media. We are just being moved into a certain direction. So the files are big in the news right now, which is interesting. Why is that being put into the news right now? The left and right paradigm of the division is in the news right now, being promoted on the global village. And let's see where I have the alien thing. There's an alien article. All right, here. Trump set to reveal aliens exist in historic UN speech for July. It'll probably happen before, during the Super Bowl, or at least some news will come out with it. So the Winter Olympics is also a ritual, and there was a blackout, a power cut into darkness during the Olympics. Gonna have to look more into that because that's a big part of the agenda as we've been covering. AI bots are now a significant source of web traffic. New data shows AI bots pushing deeper into the web, prompting publishers to roll out more aggressive defenses. We already knew that. So what they're showing at these Grammys is the new technologies, and that's what I've been covering. But they're also showing and activating MK Ultra left and right paradigms for Civil War visuals. You see right here. Here's Bad Bunny. The symbol of Bad Bunny. Let's see the wide shot. There's a wide shot of this, and there's the palm tree right here. We'll have to look into that more. But we see all these weird symbols in all these shows. But it's something with the green. The green is some crazy stuff. There's some crazy stuff going on.